How do you approach a sale? I ask this because I was in the store, and you know how in the grocery store they'll have buy one, get one free. And of course, you look at the regular price, but I was next to this lady, and we were actually looking at cantaloupe, and the cantaloupe was $5, so it was like buy one, get one free. And she's like, "Oh, they're $2.50 a piece." And it made me laugh because oftentimes we get tricked into thinking, oh, this says free, so we're not actually paying for it. And it's like, no, you're paying for it. So don't think that it's just a sale tactic. And I have been guilty of falling into that. I've actually talked about this before when I had bought a soda. This is a long time ago now, a long time ago. But I had bought a soda, and I was with my friend. I say my friend. Yeah, my friend. And they were like, "Why did you get that?" And I said, "Because it was buy one get. I think it was buy one get one free. Maybe it was something. But they're like, you only needed one." And I'm like, "So, what's your point?" You know? And it just really made me think afterwards, like, well, yeah, why did you buy two? You don't need two sodas. Definitely, you don't need two sodas. And if according to like the cantaloupe sale, if it's a cantaloupe, you maybe don't need to unless it's a big family. But what I'm trying to say here is that we can't allow the way the marketers market their product get us into buying more just because of the way that they said it. And you may ask, why, what is this about life? And I talked about financial literacy. I don't know what video that was. But yes, I talked about it and how we all need it. And we oftentimes can get swooped into things. And I say swooped into things, not necessarily swooped. We can get tricked because we are not thinking and we're just going about with our feelings. And so we just like, oh, okay, that says buy one get one free, so this must be free even though I'm paying $10 for it. And it may not be like, oh, I didn't realize, I know I just paid five each for that item. And we need to come to get snapped out of it. I'm ready to snap you out of it because I see other people still doing the same thing. And like I said, I've been guilty of this as well. And people will tell me like, oh yeah, I got this, it was on sale. But it's like, but did you need it? And of course we come up with an excuse to say, oh yeah, I needed it for this or to do this. And it's just like, you did not need it. You wanted it, because needing something is not being able to live without it. So, and of course we're not going to get technical or anything, because people may say, well, you don't have to live in a house, you can be homeless. No, we're not going there. You need shelter, food, and and water. You need clothes, you need those things. So if it's not those things, you can get, and even if it is those things, like I said, you could potentially be buying more than what you should. So we have to make sure that when we're approaching any situation, that we're thinking, logical thinking, using our my teacher used to say, we're gonna put on our thinking caps. And it's like, really, that's what we need to do when we're going into anything and you're going to spend money, or even just making decisions. But anything it is, you need to make sure that we're thinking and not just allowing the way someone says something flatter you or allow you to think like, oh yeah, I'm actually getting a better deal on the bargain, and you're not. So we have to be very wise in this, and I just wanted to make light, or shed light on it, so I can of course hold myself accountable. Because when you hear someone else say it, or when you hear your own lips say it, that's when you're able to say, oh, okay, I said this, and then next time that happens, the Lord be bringing back up to me what I said. So while I'm giving myself some wisdom, I'm hoping someone else can take some of this and apply to their life as well. Thank you so much for always watching, and like I always say, sa como yo que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.